Hi, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make 4 different balls using circle or basic shapes on Cricut Design Space. So let's get started. Let's remove these circles right here. And the first ball that we're going to be creating is going to be a tennis ball. Now you can make this any really big or really small. It all depends on the size of what you're trying to create. And since I'm making a lot of school and sports themes this time around, I'm going to show you how to create this. So I'm going to duplicate the circle, and it has to be exactly the same circle that you're working with. And I'm going to create another circle and then make it slightly smaller. And then I'm going to do it center horizontally and vertically, and then slice. I'm going to delete the inner core because I don't need it. And I'm going to place this in, oh, I don't want to move that because if I do, I'm going to lose this shape right here. So I'm going to need to figure out where my center is. And I believe it's right there. So let's get myself a square because that's going to act as my knife. I'm going to take off the lock and then slice. Slice. Okay, now I have a bottom and a top. And I don't need anything else. Since I don't like the way this looks, the bottom looks, I'm going to use just the top. I'm going to have to readjust it anyway then. Let's flip this over. Wrong flip. There we go. And this is going to be the basis for 3 of the balls that we're going to be doing. So now that I have this the way I want it, I'm going to duplicate this since it's not going to be as perfect as I want it to be. Alright, but before I do, let's weld this. Center this and then weld it. There you go. There we go. Let's bring this to the top so I can see what I'm doing, which it's not going to allow me to do that. So I'm going to make this to the back. Okay, and I want it to be right about there. I just realized that I didn't give myself room for the other shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to have to cut this. I actually made a mistake, and this is good because sometimes you will make mistakes. For instance, if you've already welded this, how do you separate it? You just grab another shape and slice. This will release it from its original settings. So I don't need this. I need to give myself more space because I'm going to have to put stitches in one and then lines through the other. So this should be fine. Okay. Highlight everything and then slice. Oh, they won't do it. So I need to do this. I welded the top. Now I can slice. This will now be removed. Oh, I inadvertently deleted the wrong. There we go. Now I can delete this. I'm going to change this to a green and this to a lighter color. Okay, now we have our tennis ball. And as you can see, it already looks like one of the other ball that we're going to be doing, and I inadvertently resize that somehow. Okay, now we only do a small modification to this one. In order to make it look like a baseball, all we have to do is just make some stitches. Now you can add as many or as few stitches as you want. I'm going to just make this simple on myself. I'm just going to move it slightly, following the curve. Just like that. You can adjust it to the height that you would like. Now that I have that, I'm going to select only the black areas, duplicate it, and then flip. And I didn't flip that correctly. Vertically. There we go. Alrighty. And now let's weld everything. That looks great. Now what we're going to do is just change some colors to make it look like a baseball. There we go. And you have yourself your own baseball SVG that you created yourself. Now, that's great and all, but I believe we can do one more using this very same shape right here. So first things first, let's change the color. And this portion right here, let's change it black. Now we're going to duplicate this. Just in case I mess up, I still have my original. So I'm going to grab myself a square and I'm going to elongate this. Like so. Let's make this a little longer. Duplicate it and then just move it to the other direction. Just like that. Let's highlight everything and let's see if we can make this in the center. Okay. Alright. I see that this moves slightly. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my little cross and then the center portion, which is this right here, not the circle itself, and then weld. As you can see, there's some, cleanup that I need to do. So what I'm going to do is select everything and then slice. By doing that, that's going to remove this. Now, I don't want it to cut like that. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to remove this. And now I have the basketball that I want. There we go. And the last is even simpler than these other three. You grab yourself a circle, duplicate this, and we're just going to do a little crescent. Now you've seen me do this multiple times in order to give it like shading. So all I'm going to do is slice. I don't need this or this or this. Let's change the color to black and the shade area to a gray. Just like so. Oh. And now we're going to let me just duplicate this so I don't have to keep going over here. And all I'm doing is just duplicating 2 more times. Changing the color so it stands out. And there we go. We have ourselves a bowling ball. So you have 4 different images using one basic shape, and that's circles. The whole project was made with just circles. And well, I wouldn't say the whole project. I did need a square or a rectangle on this one, and on this one. But primarily it was done using nothing but circles. So if you like what you saw and you want to see more SVGs that you can create on the Cricut design space, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. I post every Saturday and Wednesday. Thank you for stopping on by. You have a beautiful day. Bye.